let's talk about high anxiety kids and what you can do about it. We know that anxiety is real. We know that it impacts the thought processes of many people. But one of the things I'm concerned about with our kids is that we don't create more anxiety with some of the words we use or some of the things that we do. So one of the things that we can really do for kids is to have a predictable, consistent environment. They can depend on where the coat should be hung up and the locker doesn't have things hanging out of it. And this is what time we go to lunch. Things they can depend on can actually really reduce some of that anxiety. When we're going to have a weird day, we're going to pivot. And I say to the kids in morning meeting, it's going to be a weird day. We have an assembly coming up after lunch. I'll remind you again after lunch that we have that assembly because the day's not going to look the same. And that can actually help some of our kids to kind of lower that anxiety. The other thing we want to make sure that a couple things are happening. If I have a child who has like accommodations for anxiety, I want to make sure that we're teaching them some tools on what to do when that anxiety knocks on their door. And there's a lot of specialists out there who have great materials, and I've read many of them. Examples being able to name your anxiety. I've had a child who has done that, an older child who was able to say, Miss, I just need a minute. And I would overhear them talking to their anxiety and saying, okay, anxiety, we're going to do this together today, but I'm going to be in charge. And this was a kiddo who had been taught some really solid skills on how he was going to be successful, even though he had high anxiety. So I think it's really important that we don't over accommodate, we don't under accommodate, that we don't create anxiety kind of heightened environments, and that there is intervention happening that's going to help that person who may have these high levels of anxiety all their life, but they still can be successful with it and help and be okay. And so they need that intervention. So it's not just accommodating, it's learning skills on how to manage that feeling when it hits. Thanks for watching. Please hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment.